Hey denim heads, I just wanted to make a quick video going over these new 554 from the LVC collection. They are something to talk about, and so I just want to go over that for a few things because basically, before this, the collection started with the 1870 duck pair, I guess made in 1873 with the patches. So 1873, moving forward all the way until 1984, 111 years. The 1984 501s were the most recent item that has been added in. And before that, it was like the 83 pair. Before that, it was the 79s. So this is the first item that pushes it into the 1990s. Early 90s pair, vault item. It was found in 4th and Market. The gray lines are, it was basically run over by the BART train. I always wonder who would wear the items that they're recreating, and this particular pair, I wonder if it's the grunge pair. They kind of look, I like the Halloweeny, like a huge skeleton hand is grabbing your ass. Patch is, get decrepit. 554s are straight leg, medium rise, a little looser than 501s, not shrink to fit. This faded black. I have a pair of faded black, and I really like jet black jeans a lot to wear. They look really crisp. As they start to fade into gray, I like them less and less. It's not the same as with blue. Blue I love as it's fading. These are made in Japan. That's a big plus. Another zippered. A lot of people do like zippers. I'm a button fly guy. Did a whole episode about that. So this is basically the big thing, is that we have our first reproduction pair from the LVC Canon collection in the 1990s. Now, if you know my series, I'm doing the whole 501 series from 1870 duck pants, all 1873, 1890s, 1955s, all the way until 1984. And I'm pushing it even further into the 90s. So we're hopefully going to see the Cobain jeans at some point. We already did see that Tracy Panic was photographing these at the new owners. Even though these are from the 70s, they are redline salvaged. We have seen, hopefully the LVC line will be recreating these, and I will be covering them in the 1990s episode. We now have our first item from the 90s. Will they make something else in the 90s? I know a lot of people want to see something like Silver Tab, and they did recreate Silver Tab, but not as an LVC Silver Tab. For myself in the 90s, this is right when I was getting into shrink to fit 501s. So if someone has tried these on and can mention how the sizing would fit, and if you're a true 32, which one do you go with? Do you go with 31, 33, 30? Now, in the 90s, doing baggy was the thing. That's where 501s were dead. It was all about having the sagging, getting pants as big as you can, and then cinching a belt that just, your boxers were supposed to show like all the way up to your nipples. And the pants waist were supposed to be down to your knees. You had a white t-shirt and your boxers kind of overlapping each other. That was the style. If I look at some real vintage, you can find some real vintage. Here's not rigid, but they have one for $80 on this site. Not sure how where on earth is, but if you have any reviews, leave it in there. Sounds like a cool name. Levi Secondhand has another kind of a pair. Looks, $78. If it's your size, it's again, if you want something that's historic vintage rather than the recreated. The women's pair with an interesting arcuate. Uh, 439 Zwadi is $100. Probably 110, 15 now. Uh, the Zwadi is getting stronger. The dollar is getting weaker recently. I'm feeling the effects of that. I'm not curious in buying these. I am curious about the other editions and where the LVC collection is going. So this is a good sign. Hopefully, I will be cranking out some episodes. I'm very excited to have the future episodes bringing it into the 90s, having now some canonical collections going into the 2000s, an era I lived through and can talk about, 2010s and the beginning of wearing heavy weight as long as you can, and then the 2020s even, when the channel can reflect on itself and the other denim channels of the community. I want to give a big shout out, thanks for viewer Sam for helping me through some rough times, my other Patreon members, and as well as Unbleached Apparel for basically fronting me for the next year and helping me through some really rough times that I've been having. You can also help me out by the Patreon, a super thanks, or buying something at Unbleached Apparel. You get 5% off if you use the code DENINDENIM. You also give 5% to the channel by doing that. I'm doing a weekly videos about the Indigo Invitational, so if you see my shorts, check those out. I'm on week 5, was released today along with this video. Already made week 6, that's going to be out next week. 53 weeks, I'm trying to stay consistent with that and see where the effects take me. If you want to help out the channel in any way, I am a full-time teacher. I've started a company called Wonderworks English. If you are looking for English tutoring, I provide online English tutoring primarily to kids, but also to people in businesses. Reasonable rates. I have over 10 years of experience and lots of fun ways of teaching. I'm done. Thanks for watching. Love your jeans.